Welcome everyone to today's video, where we'll be showcasing the transformation journeys of our patients. So, let's begin with the journeys of our first patient and see how their hair transplant results transformed their appearance and boosted their confidence.
The other very interesting thing was the doctors were with me all the time. They were asking me how I was feeling. They never left my side. I felt cared. I felt supported from start to end. I was never too tired, never too upset, never in pain, never uncomfortable. Hello, my name is Edwin Mendoza, and I want to tell you my story about my baldness. It all started maybe in my mid-30s. I started just having the little gaps, and then it went all the way up to all this region, and it started being a little bit patchy and looking funny. I made the decision at home to just inquire and research about some type of help, and the surgery was the best option for me. So I researched a couple of clinics in Turkey, which is a mecca for hair loss surgery. What I didn't know back then was that in India, they have actually the most advanced procedures for this type of surgery. Across my research, I came with two different clinics in Turkey. My biggest concern with them were the very high prices they charged me at the start, and then how much they reduced with time, which led me to think maybe they were just trying to put their hand in my pocket. What made me make a decision on QHT was basically the professionalism of the people over the phone. Yes, not everything is perfect and everything cannot be perfect, but it was the best experience I had. They were always happy to answer my queries. They were always happy to give me a call and put an ease to my anxiety. As we all know, being from far away to where the clinic is adds a lot of extra anxiety in terms of, will these people take my money? Will the surgery be as I expect? And the answer is, it was just a great experience for me. When we decided to definitely come to QHT, they offer the different type of packages. We didn't actually take a full package, but they have been taking care of everything for us. This time I came with a friend as well, and we did a massive research about what we could get. We're going today to just understand exactly how many grafts are we going to need, and tomorrow is going to be the big day of surgery for us. Full questions answered, a very honest, transparent negotiating process. And by negotiating, I don't mean price reduction, actually understanding what I'm gonna get for the money. Really good value for money, and an excellent team on site is what we're getting so far. I expect to come back to all of you tomorrow, pre and post my surgery, to let you know how this amazing experience keeps going. Thank you. Well, I told you I would be back, and I am back with the rest of my story of how the procedure went with QHT. So my procedure was a rather long one. As you could have seen on the first couple of videos, I was rather bold. That meant that my procedure had to take place over 2 days. The communication prior to was excellent. They asked me what to eat, what to avoid, how to organize myself for the procedure. And then on day one, they started very early. I arrived at the clinic at 8 a.m. By 8:30, they had already started punching and doing the first process, however technicality it is called. The first day was, as mentioned, long, but I never felt concerned. I never felt like I didn't have any piece of information that I needed. I had all the breaks I needed, be it toilet breaks or water breaks, even food breaks, because the procedure was long. First day, because of my boldness, we went for around 10 hours. That means I had to stop plenty of times for toilet breaks and etc. as mentioned. But the most important thing was every time I needed something like a blanket or I was too uncomfortable because of course lying down you get to be sore, I could ask the team to stop and they would let me stand up, stretch out, and get back into it again. The other very interesting thing was the doctors were with me all the time. They were asking me how I was feeling, if I needed more medicine for pain. They were also asking me about whether I was comfortable or not. But the most important thing was they were very informative and communicative. They would tell me at every step what was going to be next. Okay, now we're going to start with the extraction. You need about 5,500 grafts. We're going to do 3,000 to start off with. We're going to start with the implantation. How do you feel? Do you want to make a break now? Do you want to juice? Are you okay with pain? Is it hurting? Do you need more medicine? They never left my side. I felt cared. I felt supported. And I never had the time to even be scared or to wonder what was going on because they were telling me step by step what was happening. Pain is very minimal. Discomfort exists, but pain is very minimal. As mentioned, doctors are all the time asking you how you're feeling, if you feel that you need more support with pain control. So, in all honesty, it was a great experience from start to end. I was never too tired, never too upset, never in pain, never uncomfortable. I even had the energy to go shopping after the procedure finished. If you have any doubts, they are not well founded. Come to India, come to the clinic, have your procedure done. I know you won't regret it. I am super happy with it. Thank you very much for listening to me and for joining me in my trip of getting a new hair. And I hope you decide for the best and for the most bang for buck, value for money. You will find it here. Thank you very much. See you later.
You've just seen the transformation journeys of our first patient. Now, let's move on to our next two patients and take a look at their hair transplant journey. Today, we bring you not one, but two inspiring hair transformation stories of courage, patience, and complete transformation. Meet our two patients. Patient 1 is experiencing Norwood grade 2 baldness, and patient 2 is facing Norwood grade 3 hair loss. But before we move forward into their transformation, let's understand something important. What is Norwood pattern baldness? Norwood pattern baldness usually begins with a receding hairline or thinning at the temples. Over time, it can progress toward the crown area. The Norwood scale ranges from grade 1, which shows minimal hair loss, to grade 7, the most advanced stage, helping experts clearly map how hair loss evolves. Understanding your Norwood grade is the first and most crucial step in choosing the right treatment for natural, long-lasting results. Now imagine this is you. Sleepless nights, endless scrolling on YouTube, searching for one genuine clinic, one trusted expert, and one real solution. And then you find this video, a video that answers everything. Hairline design, precise graft placement, PRP sessions, donor area quality, and finally, life-changing results. If you are ready to transform your look and regain your confidence, then visit QHT Clinic is now in Haridwar, Delhi, Gurugram, and Hyderabad. Book your consultation today and take the first step toward your own stunning transformation. Let's take a closer look at the condition of all these two patients and understand how, despite facing different grades of baldness, one thing remained common: their strong donor area that played a key role in their successful transformations. Patient 1 was facing the challenges of Norwood grade 2 baldness. His hairline had significantly receded and gradually formed an M shape, while the side areas had started thinning. As a result, the frontal area was progressively getting damaged, affecting the overall facial balance. Fortunately, his donor area was thick, strong, and healthy, which played a crucial role in the success of his procedure. This strong donor region allowed for accurate graft extraction and proper placement, helping him achieve dense, natural, and impressive results. Patient 2 was struggling with Norwood grade 3 baldness. His hairline had also receded and gradually changed into an M shape, similar to patient 1. However, in comparison, his condition was more advanced. There was significant baldness on the scalp, the frontal area was visibly damaged, and the side regions had thinned considerably. In the frontal tuft area, only miniaturized follicles were available, as you can clearly see, which led to a complete loss of his facial frame. The rest of his scalp, however, still had healthy hair follicles, offering a positive foundation for treatment. The good news was that his donor area was rich in strong and dense hair follicles. These healthy grafts played a vital role and became an essential part of his transformation journey. These were the initial conditions of our two patients, each facing a different grade of baldness, yet sharing one powerful advantage: a strong donor area, which became the foundation of their remarkable transformations. Now, let us move forward and see how our experts carefully designed their perfect and natural-looking hairlines. If you are facing similar hair problems, share your scalp pictures with our experts. They will guide you on whether you need a hair transplant or a medication plan. Now, let us move to the next and one of the most important steps of our two patients' journey: hairline designing. After a thorough examination of the complete scalp, our experts began by trimming the hair and giving each patient a proper head wash. This step helped remove excess oil and dead skin cells, creating a clean and smooth surface for precise and accurate markings. While designing the hairline, our experts carefully assessed each patient's facial proportions, bone structure, and level of baldness. Every marking was done with absolute precision, keeping the natural balance of the face in mind. For patient 1, whose hairline had completely receded, a custom hairline was designed to restore his natural appearance. The distance of the new hairline was carefully measured from the glabella point, ensuring perfect facial symmetry. The remaining affected areas that required coverage were also clearly marked. Moving on to patient 2, in his case, hairline was again measured from the glabella point. However, since he was at Norwood grade 3, our experts also planned coverage for the frontal area, where hair loss was more advanced. These markings were not just lines drawn on the scalp. They were the blueprints of transformation. They guided the surgical team, defined the recipient zones, and ensured that every single graft placement contributed to a result that looks natural, balanced, and aesthetically perfect from every angle. Want a perfectly natural hairline that suits your face? Book your appointment with our experts today and start your transformation. After the markings were complete, we moved forward to the slit creation process, one of the most crucial steps in a hair transplant. Within the pre-marked zones, our surgeons carefully create tiny slits that determine the exact direction, angle, depth, and density of each graft. For both patients, the advanced zigzag technique was used in the hairline to achieve a soft, natural, and seamless appearance. Every slit was customized according to the patient's facial proportions and baldness pattern, ensuring perfect balance and natural growth. This step forms the true foundation for results that are not only long-lasting but also completely natural in look and feel. After the slits were completed, our experts began the graft extraction and implantation process, carefully following the direction and angulation that were created earlier. Now, let us understand the graft procedure for each patient, one by one. For patient 1, our experts implanted single and thin follicles in a natural zigzag pattern to create a soft and realistic hairline. This approach helped restore his complete facial frame. In the frontal zone, double and triple hair follicles were implanted to provide voluminous density. In his case, a total of 2,000 grafts were implanted, all extracted from the safe donor zone. Patient 2 had a more advanced stage of baldness. Our experts began by placing single and thin follicles in the hairline zone to maintain a natural and soft appearance. After that, double and triple follicles were implanted in the frontal area to enhance density. In this case, a total of 3,000 grafts were implanted. These follicles are naturally resistant to DHT, which helps ensure long-lasting and natural-looking results. You may have noticed this consistency in our previous videos, and you will see it once again at the end of this video. So watch the video until the end because every minute is packed with valuable information and real transformation. Comment and tell us which patient's results you found the most impressive and why. Now, let us move toward the patient follow-ups and see how their results have progressed over time. But before that, let us understand one important question. Why do people choose QHT for their hair transplant? Because QHT is not just a certified hair transplant clinic. It is a place where precision meets expertise at every step. From hairline design and graft extraction to implantation and PRP follow-ups, every procedure is performed with the highest level of accuracy and care. Our commitment does not end after the transplant. We stay connected with our patients throughout their entire recovery and hair growth journey. That is why we do not showcase temporary results. We proudly present long-term transformations even after 1 year, 2 years, and beyond. This consistency is one of the strongest strengths of QHT Clinic. Because of this dedication, QHT is trusted not only by Indian patients, but also by NRI clients, international patients, and well-known public figures. People from across the world choose QHT because they know they will receive world-class results at the right cost. When it comes to natural-looking outcomes, dense coverage, and long-lasting results, QHT Clinic stands among the most reliable names in the hair transplant industry. You can also begin your journey by simply giving us a call or sharing your pictures with us. Our specialists will carefully assess your condition and guide you towards the most suitable treatment option according to your needs. 3 months follow-up of patient 1. 3 months after the transplant, the patient had completely passed the shedding phase. At this stage, the hairline had already started taking a natural shape while the native hair was growing normally alongside the transplanted hair. The donor area was also fully healed, with no visible signs of extraction. Overall, this clearly indicates that the recovery process was smooth, healthy, and successful. 6 months follow-up of patient 1. 6 months after the transplant, the improvement in patient 1's scalp was clearly visible. His hairline had begun to take perfect shape, beautifully framing his face and enhancing his overall appearance. Growth had also started in the frontal area, where his native hair had begun merging seamlessly with the transplanted follicles, as you can see clearly on his scalp. Even though this was just a 6-month progress, the early results were already quite impressive, and the patient was on track for even better transformation ahead. Nine months follow-up of patient 1. 9 months after the transplant, patient 1 achieved remarkable and life-changing results. Comparing his current appearance to his initial condition, the transformation is clearly visible. His hairline now creates a sharply defined and natural frame, while the frontal area has achieved amazing voluminous density. Now overall, his look has changed completely. The patient is now able to cut and style his hair freely, and the transplanted hair looks absolutely natural. Now, let's move on to the follow-ups and results of patient 2. These images are from day 1, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 9, day 11, and day 15, allowing you to clearly observe the step-by-step progress throughout the initial recovery phase. 1 month follow-up of patient 2. 1 month after the hair transplant, approximately 60% shedding was visible on the scalp. This is a completely normal and expected phase of the hair transplant process. At the same time, the patient's native hair had already begun to grow, and the donor area had fully healed, indicating a healthy and successful recovery. 3-month follow-up of patient 2. 3 months after the transplant, the shedding phase was completely over, and new hair growth had begun, especially in the frontal area. His native hair continued to grow naturally and blended smoothly with the transplanted hair, creating a uniform appearance. His donor area was fully healed, clearly indicating that in the upcoming months, the patient would begin to experience visible, dense, and impressive transformations. 7-month follow-up of patient 2. 7 months after the transplant, the patient had achieved his complete and mature results, which is scientifically considered the ideal time frame for full hair transplant transformation. When comparing his before and after condition, the difference is clearly dramatic and highly noticeable. His hairline is now perfectly framed, the previously empty sides are fully filled, and the frontal area has gained excellent volume and density, significantly enhancing his overall appearance. At this stage, the patient can cut, style, and manage his hair freely, exactly the way he desires, just like natural hair. If you're also facing similar challenges, then right now, share your scalp picture with our experts and they'll guide you on what works best for you. 1. How do I know my Norwood grade and why is it important? Your Norwood grade helps doctors understand the pattern and severity of your hair loss. It plays a crucial role in deciding whether you need a hair transplant or a medical treatment plan, how many grafts are required, and how your hairline should be designed for natural and long-lasting results. 2. Is hair shedding after a transplant normal, and should I worry about it? Yes, shedding after a hair transplant is completely normal and expected. It usually occurs within the first 1 to 3 months and is a part of the hair growth cycle. In this period, the roots remain safe under the scalp and new stronger hair starts growing after the shedding phase ends. 3. How long does it take to see final results after a hair transplant? Initial growth usually begins around 3 to 4 months. Noticeable improvement is seen by 6 months, and complete, mature results are typically achieved between 9 to 12 months. This is a scientific time for hair transplantation results. In some cases, excellent results can be seen as early as 7 months, depending on the patient's healing and hair growth cycle. 4. Can transplanted hair be cut and styled like natural hair? Absolutely. Transplanted hair grows just like natural hair. Once proper growth is achieved, you can cut, style, oil, and manage it freely by your own choice. Since the grafts are extracted from the safe donor zone, they are resistant to hair fall and provide long-lasting results. This was the complete transformation of all 2 patients. We hope you found their journeys inspiring, because turning a bald look into a bold look is never easy. It requires expert planning, advanced technology, and, most importantly, the patient's trust. If you also want to transform your appearance completely, don't wait. Book your consultation with our experts today and begin your journey towards a new, confident you.
Hello friends, if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please like this video, share and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you will get update on every video.